Alright, here's another episode of 9mm versus 38 Special, and today what I'm testing is the Hornady Critical Defense. This has always been a favorite ammunition of mine. I remember when this stuff first came out about 10 years ago, and there's a lot of new exciting things going on with Ruger, and Hornady seem to be working together with a lot of different projects with this type of ammo and all this stuff, and I've always really respected the Critical Defense because you get a lot of good expansion on cartridges you might normally not get expansion on, particularly the 38 Special. And I think it's good. It's good ammunition. I'm a little bit critical of it in their standard pressure 38 and the fact they don't do a short barreled version of their ammunition, which they should do. But how will 9mm compare to 38 Special Plus P when we hit some water jugs and wood? Now, keep in mind, this is the only offering of 9mm in the Critical Defense, other than the Critical Defense Light, which is a very low-powered version of the 9mm. 38 Special Critical Defense comes in 3 different varieties. We got the standard pressure, we got the Critical Defense Light, which is actually more comparable to a Plus P, and the Plus P. Now, the interesting thing about this ammunition is it's rated at the factory at 1,090 feet per second. With this 110 grain Critical Defense 38 and 1140 with this 115 grain, and both ratings are out of 4-inch barrels like I have here. So we'll compare and see. This is supposed to have 290 foot-pounds energy out of a 4-inch barrel like this. This is supposed to have 332 foot-pounds energy out of a 4-inch barrel like this. So we should be close to factory specs with this. And I know a lot of people kind of get issues with me using a 4-inch barrel for the 38 Special, but keep in mind a lot of people still use that, and this is not all about concealed carry. A lot of people use 4-inch 38s for home defense, and some people actually still carry them. So I think it's a pretty fair comparison here. So let's see what they'll do with the chronograph, and then we'll hit the water jugs and wood and see what kind of information that chronograph is going to give me. So let's get started. Here's the 9mm Critical Defense. We'll see if we're anywhere close to that 1140 feet per second that's listed from the factory. 1171. Exactly the same, 1171. 1150. 1165. 1132. So we're definitely having an average. It's going to actually be above what the factory stated. So that's pretty good. Let's see how the 38 Special compares. All right, 38 Special Plus P. It's supposed to be going 1,090 through a 4-inch barrel. Let's see how that compares. $11.24. $11.26. 1141. 1176. 1093. That was the closest one to the factory. So kudos to Hornady. You're actually doing a pretty good job with your velocity number listings. So let's go crunch those numbers. Alright, let's see how the 9mm does with the Critical Defense through 4 layers of denim and water jugs. Boom. Definitely got a good destruction of that first jug. Jug 2. Jug 3. And we caught the bullet in just the 3rd jug. See the plug on the ground, and here it is. I'll take a quick guess and say about 55/100ths of an inch before I measure it. Not bad. Penetration was a little bit less than what I was hoping for, but overall we got good expansion. So for a 9mm, that's pretty good because you do want to slow the 9mm down once they hit because they do tend to over penetrate. So I'd say overall pretty good performance. Let's see how the 38 Special compares. 38 Special critical defense. We'll see how that compares on water jugs. Alright, first jug looks about the same as the, well, maybe even more than 9mm. Jug 2, jug 3. It looks like we have the exact same thing as what we had with the 9mm. Alright, there's that 38 Special. Compare that to the 9mm here real quick. And I can't really tell you the difference here. The overall length, the size of the expansion. The expansion's different. This one's more rounded. This one's sharper for the 9mm. But size, we're going to be pretty close here. So let's see what happens when we hit the wood. Alright, I'll hit it down here, 38 Special first. See what that does. Got four 2x4 stopped it. Let's try the 9mm. Alright, we'll hit the 9mm down here and see how that compares. And we stopped that one as well. So let's pull this open and see where those bullets are. Alright, here's the 38 Special. Here is the 9mm. And we're stuck for some reason. And we were stuck because the 9mm has some wood chunks going through, kind of hitting that. Here's the 38 over here. Entrance with the 38 and the 9mm. Not a huge difference, so we're stuck again. And we were stuck because we had bullets stuck in between. So here's that 9mm, here's that 38. Exits. And here we are in the third board with both of them. We're seeing maybe just like a 1/4 inch more penetration with that 9mm over the 38 Special. But really, I would call it as near identical performance in their respective barrel lengths. So that should give you a little bit of respect for the 38 Special. It's not super antiquated. It's comparable to a standard pressure 9mm if you have the right plus P. So that's what I'm getting. So as always, comment, share, and like. And thanks for watching.